Hi guys, and welcome back to another budget update video. This time I'm walking you through March and April, what we spent, where we did good, and what categories we didn't do so well with. I'm outside because the weather is really good and I'm just kind of enjoying all this spring weather. So I hope that the sun doesn't bother me too much, but I think it'll be good. Overall, we've actually done really well the past 2 months with the budget, and most of the categories have stayed within budget. But I will tell you one thing, it's very expensive to have kids. It's true what everyone keeps telling you. I'm gonna start to just get the bad out of the way, because in March I overspent in the category of Max. March rolled around and I needed new summer shoes for Max, so I needed sandals, shoes, and rubber boots for when it's raining, which it does quite a lot of times. The problem is that he has a very wide foot, so the brands of shoes that he can actually fit his foot into are very few, and to actually find those shoes used is more difficult. Also, it's just a choice as parents that we really want him to have new shoes so that he walks the right way. He doesn't get into shoes that have been worn kind of wrong, like crooked a little bit. So we want his feet and his legs to have a good start in life, and those shoes, they cost as much as my own shoes, and I needed 3 pairs. So yes, I did try to see if I can find them for a reduced price, which I couldn't. So I chose to order them a size up and just to hope that they would fit. This means that I spent a lot of extra money in his category for that month. But for April, I was really good at not spending money, and whatever I did need to find, I was really determined to find it used. We have kind of a boring garden, so we needed something for him to do out here, so I was able to find a slide used for only 20 bucks, which is awesome. And then I also got really into actually selling some of his old stuff. So I sold his old car seat and 4 pairs of shoes. And with all of that extra income combined in that category, I was able to actually come in on budget. So the money I spent was covered by all the stuff that I sold. So I did overspend in March, but I kind of saved it in April. I'm starting to look for the next sizes up for him already, so I've learned my lesson. I just have to stick with it. Modern's budget was adjusted, so now it seems that it fits more, and I'm testing out right now that every time I do the budget, I do a screenshot and then I just send it to him so he can see what he spent the money on the previous week and then what he has left, and that seems so far to be working. In March, I actually did go over budget a little bit because I went on a trip to London. So I tried to cover the cost by saving up a lot of my pocket money, and then I spent most of that, and then some of it was taken from our travel budget. But I tried to remain within that, and then the rest of it I just spent less for April. So I didn't in total go over budget, which I'm really happy about. I'm so glad that it's actually possible for me to save up enough that I can go on these little weekend trips with friends. It means a lot to me to be able to go on these trips and just have that quality time with friends and just be alone with people who I've known for 18-20 years. It's amazing. If you haven't seen the London videos, I'll link them up here in the cards and you can check those out. We had a lot of fun on our little weekend girls trip. In April, I feel like I've gotten into a really good routine of actually checking the account every week, and that works out really well for me. When I go 2 weeks, it just seems like a lot more work and I lose track of the numbers a lot faster. So once a week is really working out for me. I just have to put it in my calendar and remember to do it. I've also been doing really good with adjusting each category. Like, we decided to spend a bit more money on a bike rack for our camper because we want to take it on some adventures this spring and summer, and we want to take the bikes with us. That cost almost $100, so we had to take out that money from other categories. And previously, I don't think we would have done that. We would just have spent that extra money. And now we actually cut it out of some of the other categories like adventure, family, or date. We adjusted that a little bit, food down. So I'm actually really proud of that. Rachel Cruz always says that it takes about 3 months before you've adjusted the budget to fit. And for me, it just took 4 months. I'm a little bit slow and I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress. But I'd say in general, I'm in a really good spot with budgeting right now. In general, I've decided not to share the numbers in my budget with you guys on these budget videos, but I want to get specific in one category, which is food, because that's just a big thing for me and I have specific goals, so I want to get into that a little bit more. Now I'm going to be sharing the numbers mainly in euros. I'm going to mention them in dollars, the exchange rate, with the euro and the Danish krone, they are linked up together, so it just makes a lot more sense. So the euro numbers should be more stable. Also, just keep in mind that the cost of living here in Scandinavia is a lot higher than most other places, so some numbers might seem a lot higher than they actually are compared to what I get for that amount here in Denmark. Okay, let's get started. In general, I'm working on getting my food category down. Because I've been on a special diet, we've chosen to buy almost all of our groceries organic, and I've bought a lot of supplements and special oils and the whole shebang. This has been a choice that we made for the past year, and that has put our grocery bill at 1,100 euros. That is very high. It's about $1,300, which is a lot more than I would normally spend. But it was a deliberate choice to see if that could actually strengthen and help me in my health. I've been on that diet for a year, and that is a whole separate video, so if you guys are interested at all in that, then I can do some different videos on that, maybe. But for now, I'm really focused on budgeting, and I really want to cut that budget in half. If I cut it in half, that will mean 550 to 600 euros, which is about 650 to 750 US dollars. That is just a little bit above average for what a family our size spent on groceries for a month. And I still want to try and buy most things organic, but one thing that has really helped is that my mom actually started making some of the things that I was paying the most to buy processed, already made. So I'm really happy about that. I've also gone over to only using cash for groceries, which really helps a lot. And then we buy in bulk once a week. We've always tried to do it, but we haven't always really stuck with it. We do that now. And then we have a grocery store right across the street. It's not the cheapest, but it is a discount grocery store, so it's okay. And then we can slip over there if there's anything we need during the week to stock up on. And I've done a lot more with food prepping, and that has been huge as well. We bought a small freezer a few months ago to actually have in the kitchen, so I don't have to go down to the basement every time. And that has just helped a lot in making smoothies and just food prepping in general, because when I need something, I can grab it really fast and it doesn't take a lot of extra time and effort. And that has been awesome. So my goal is to cut the budget in half, and I'm slowly working my way down and just kind of facing new things in and getting in new routines. So I think I'm about halfway there. So hopefully by the next budget update, I'll be down at my target, which would be awesome. And that's actually something that I'm really curious about, is how do you guys prioritize where to spend money? Because I know that some categories are kind of easy, but I think food, if you have like a certain diet, if you have things that you're allergic to, all those kinds of things, like how much do you let that affect or play into how you choose to spend your money? How do you guys do it? Share your experiences down below. I love reading through your comments. Last but not least, I want to talk savings, because last time I completely forgot to address it, which is kind of stupid, because my goal with these videos is to share my progress with you guys in saving up. The reason why savings for me is a little bit tricky to share is that we have a company. So we have some of the money in that company, and then we have some of the money in our private account, in our savings account, and I don't count it till it's in our savings account. We've been changing the kind of the structure of the company, which means that we actually haven't gotten paid till just a week ago. So before that, we were actually kind of living on our savings, but the money is in the company account. So we set a really ambitious savings goal, which I'm a fan of. I like go big or go home, right? But it still has to be realistic. And I do think that we can reach our goal. But I wanted to get like one of those little charts where you fill in a line or some bricks or something. I think I might just make one. That's how I want to keep you guys updated, and I just haven't found it yet. And because of our kind of tricky situation with actually not getting a salary for 4 months, it has just meant that our savings has become kind of depleted. Right now we have about a fifth of the total goal for 2018. And we are more than a fourth into the year, so we're kind of behind right now, but I'm optimistic. It's still a big goal, but it's doable, and I know that we have some of that money in the account already. It's just not in our private account. So right now I would say we are on target, which is really awesome, and I just want to share that with you guys. And then next time I'll probably hopefully have some fancy chart with the bricks and a house in the middle, and I'll be scraping and filling it out with red or maybe blue because that's my favorite color. So saving the money is going okay, we just want to be able to put it in the right account as well. But that's it for my budget video this month, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that it was helpful for you or encouraging in some way for me to share all these weird things. Remember to keep the comments friendly and encouraging. We want to lift each other up, not down. So thumbs up the video, share it with your friends if you know anyone who would find it helpful, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!